you ever think about it? How people fall in love.
My name is Kamione, and getting married in 49 days to Tramauni.
It's really real. I've known Kamione for a really long time, but I think hearing it out loud, I think we were always clear that was the intention, but hearing it out loud is exciting. It was spring of 2013. I had just moved to Louisiana, very upset. I was late to school that day because I tried to tell Mom I wasn't gonna go. And I remember walking into the classroom and everybody was already in group. And she was like, okay, so who wants to work with the new girl? And there's this guy who, his hand shoots up. He got this big smile on his face. I was like, she better not put me with whoever that is. And I just remember sitting in front of him and he smiled the entire time. And I was like, either he's slow or he think I'm easy, because why is this boy smiling the whole time we're talking? I don't remember what he said at all, but I just remember that first day. And I remember getting into the car telling my mom, like, I told you I hate this school. These people are too nice. This guy smiled the whole time. And she said, you better be lucky somebody's smiling at you.
I was sitting next to my homeboy. As soon as she came in class and I said it out loud, I said, that's me right there, that's me.
It may have been mutual because I had just crossed and that season was a lot. He was still in Mansfield, I was in Houston. That whole season was a lot. And I think going into pharmacy school, we were just in different places.
Yeah, I do believe it was mutual. I just remember us both 19, long distance, opposite schedules too. It just wasn't cohesive at the time.
I was inside working and I looked, I was like, is that Kamione? Kamione texted me that same night. Hey, I like you, we should go on a date. I'm like, how you like me? It's been 2.5 years, you don't know me. And then we ended up going on a date like 2 days later. He was so direct. And I like that because I feel like not a lot of people at that time were
like what it was. But when we reconnected back in 2020, I knew for sure the sparks never went anywhere, even after that time of being separated. So I knew you was the one.
We ended up hanging out every single day that summer.
Every day.
I don't even know what we were doing, going to the zoo, finding stuff to do around Dallas, every day that summer. I got ready to leave for TSU. And he's like, you should be my girlfriend. And I was like, I'm going to college, I'm going to pharmacy school. And he was just very resolute about okay, that's fine. Kamione had surgery on his leg, and so his foot was in a cast. We wanted to get out the house, it was Valentine's Day. He didn't want to not do nothing, I guess.
Yeah.
And that was just so thoughtful to me because we could have went out to eat, we could have done anything else, but we had been talking about the zoo, it was Valentine's Day, and even though you were sweating, so you were clearly uncomfortable.
Going through it.
Yeah, I think it was just really sweet. So I feel you being able to be funny, but also thoughtful and sweet. I always love that about you.
And I remember even on New Year's of 2016, when you spent New Year's with me, I was like, dang, you could be anywhere, ripping around the streets out in Dallas right now, but you in here with me. That really meant a lot to me.
I only had one friend. Which is me, you, and Chad. When I was in residency, and I told you I wanted to drive my car off the bridge that day. And the way that you just continue calling, continue checking on me, you didn't feel like that was too much and that was too heavy. That's the day I knew we would get married.
Yeah.
Because I never told anybody else that.
Wow.
Tramauni, breathe. Because you are likely up in arms and upset about everything outside of your household. That man loves you. That man prays for you. He sees you for who you are. And somebody that's willing to fight for you, encourage you, somebody that's willing to lend you their back to step up to your next vision and where you need to be, that's what you gotta remember. That is somebody that cares for you. He adores you. He loves you. He prayed for you. God told him before he told you for a reason, so that he would know how to walk accordingly. Residency was the worst 2 years of my life. I always tell people, it was so much mental strain and I didn't want to be on the planet no more. I think once Helen died, it really hit me. And I think God knew in that time, we had to get closer with each other, but also get closer to him.
Definitely whenever She moved down from Houston, came back to Mansfield. I think that was the only thing that was stopping us from being engaged, was being a long distance. So once she came down here, I knew it was go time. But I didn't realize that it was 2 Albanese steakhouses in Dallas. So the first one that we went to, it was super intimate. So when I did the reservations, I thought we was going back to that exact same one. This one that we went to, it felt like Applebee's. It really did.
Bar.
Yeah, it felt like a sports bar. So when I got in there, the vibe, it was just loud. It wasn't intimate. It was just a mess. So I ended up running to the bathroom because my sister, she ended up coming as well. But she didn't know that my sister was there. So I'm talking to my sister and the manager on the side, and I was just telling them, I did not know that there were 2 Albanese in Dallas. So, and we walked out of the restaurant, my sister was already there with the camera. And then you turned around, you looked at me, and then I told you, I'm trying to build a kingdom with you. And then I dropped down on one knee. And I just remember both of us just being stunned for a good 10 to 15 minutes after.
We just sat there in the restaurant staring. Just sat there like, oh my gosh, this is really happening.
Yeah.
It was really important to both of us to get married first. We needed some level of covenant when our flesh gets into it with each other. Like, we wanted to have like some level of supernatural strength because we had never shared a space. I don't like sharing nothing. Don't even ask me for a tissue.
So to be able to do all that, get married, and then be in the house for a year now, and then have the wedding coming up, it truly does feel full circle.
I think I had to learn to respect his individuality. I thought when I moved into the house together, I'm like, okay, every second we need to be together. Like, why are you in the living room watching sports? No, you need to come in the room and watch Lifetime. I think I had to learn, like, him getting time to be the best version of himself is how we get to be the best version together. I
think communication and respect are non-negotiable in relationships. Just communication. I remember it would be a couple times like I would just get up and just leave, not thinking nothing of it, and then you started communicating. Hey, let me know. I'm like, oh, but now that we communicated, like, I know, what upsets you, what doesn't.
I think I want people to honor the testimony of where our relationship is, but I want people to know, like, we are building something bigger than us, in that there's a testimony in doing what God tells you when he tells you to do it.
And I remember whenever we were long distance, you was about to go to South Carolina, and you was like, how are we about to do this? And I just remember saying, faith.
And sometimes just one of you got faith, because I thought he was delusional. There's a lot of times I'm stressing, and I feel like my stress is itemized out. I have a reason for my stress. Here's reasons 1 through 30. And he's like, it's gonna be fine. And I'm like, you're psychotic. Like, it's not gonna be fine. Here are all the, but I think that's important too, having somebody that can literally be strong when you are not, or somebody that is the opposite of you. Because I remember the day you said that, I was like, oh, he's off in there. So I'm like, hey, you wanna take this trip again? Cool, let's do it.
I would say my heart says yes. So everything that life throws at me, whether it's losing family members, losing business partners, losing out on money, business opportunities, business loans being turned down, business proposals being rejected, all of those no's that I'm receiving is meant for that one big yes. I want three or four. 4 is my absolute max. I want to leave a legacy.
You do.
I want to inspire generations coming after me. So to have my own seeds running around, I'm excited for that moment.
No more white couch.
Yeah, no more white couch.
And so for your children, what do you want them to know about love and you all as a unit?
Oh.
That it requires hard work, sacrifice, and willing to stay on that seesaw. Whoever gets off that seesaw, then the relationship is over. So during those tough moments, still realizing that y'all fell in love with each other for a reason.
I think for me, It's okay to love without regard with the right person. I think I know a lot of times society will put all these definitions and all these requirements and accessories, and if it's not this, it doesn't look like love. And because it sounds catchy, it works. But I think with the right person, it's gonna be real uncomfortable. All the things that you're used to doing, I'm highly hyper independent. All the things I'm used to doing, I realize with you, like I don't have to do any of those things. Like I can just completely take off all of the labels of who I am, what I do. Yeah. And so loving without regard and like loving without fear, because that's really, really hard to do, right? When you decide to love somebody full stop, regardless, you can't consider how bad it can go. Like you can't consider what's gonna happen. And I think to your point, getting on and off that seesaw, you don't even realize it's a seesaw, right? Yeah. Until you sit at the bottom of it and you're like, what am I gonna do? Like, how are we gonna climb back up?
I'm gonna be here regardless of when things are going bad or good, because every relationship has its ups and downs, but I'm never going to get off that seesaw. I'm going to give it 100%. I'm going to communicate, never going to disrespect you. I'm going to honor you because you've been there for me.
And I would love for our kids to know, like, no matter what, like, you my person. Yeah. Like, no matter what, like, we made a vow, we made a commitment. It isn't always, we met, we fell in love, we dated, things worked out. Sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes God just take you all the way around that circle because it's things you have to learn in that season of being apart.
I always knew you was gonna be my wife the second I seen you.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I did. It's just a feeling. You know when they say love at first sight? Mm-hmm. I always say I always knew you was gonna be my wife.
Really?
Yeah. I told Malachi that too. I said that's gonna be my wife right there. And now look at us.
Look at you!
I'm a big believer in manifestation and putting in the work. So I knew what I had to do to get you.
I never knew that. I didn't know why you had that Kool-Aid smile.
I said, I got her. That's me.
I never knew that.
If you could guarantee Kamione one thing, what would it be?
I'll never leave. I'll never leave, and I'll always be your biggest supporter. I might need a nap. I likely am cranky, but I'll never leave. I'll be right there with you no matter what.